Back when the barge tow Crescent first started pushing loads for a living in 1940, the quickest way to the Gulf of Mexico from, say, Pittsburgh was to sail down the Ohio River to the Mississippi, hang a left and go south. But now, thanks to a man-made shortcut known as the Tennessee-Tombigbee Waterway, or TEN-TOM, the Crescent's trip from the Steel City to the Gulf is 300 miles shorter. It took 13 years and almost $2 billion to complete the project, which connects the Tennessee River on the north to the Black Warrior River on the south. Alabama Congressman Tom Bevel, who sponsored the project, had to fight off cries of pork barrel from his colleagues. And on January 15, 1985, the first barge oozed through the locks at Demopolis, Alabama. 23 months later, business is slow on the TEN-TOM. Only about one-third of projected freight tonnage is being shipped along its waters. Army Corps of Engineers spokesman Sam Green says that's because it was completed 21 months ahead of schedule, throwing shippers off guard. And
we're suffering now in the export coal business, and that's one reason why the tonnage on the waterway is not up to expectations. We think it'll get there, but it's not up there yet. Exports of coal off the Gulf Coast are down about 30%.
One thing the Corps didn't expect was use of the waterway for the flight of the so-called snowbirds from the north, who used the TEN-TOM to go south for the winter. Jim Carlson escaped Minnesota in the Passadon about a month ago and has been docked at the Toten float near Columbus, Mississippi ever since.
Oh, this is so easy. We rode down the Mississippi and the Ohio on the crest, high water, big, huge trees floating at us, and it was kind of horrible. And then we got into the peace and the quiet and the loveliness of the TEN-TOM. And it's a friendly river.
But while pleasure craft and barges ply up and down the TEN-TOM, the Mississippi Bureau of Narcotics fears another sort of cargo will find its way upstream: illegal guns and drugs. One reason is vessels aren't screened as they enter the waterway, and local law enforcement agencies aren't allowed to stop and search them without probable cause. A boat carrying contraband could enter the country in Mobile, and using the TEN-TOM could reach almost any port east of the Mississippi and a few west.
Let me say this, the TEN-TOM is not a problem. What we're trying to do is make sure that it doesn't get to be a problem.
Davis says there haven't been any drug arrests on the TEN-TOM so far, but one boat from Texas was stopped with 2 convicted criminals aboard and a cache of automatic weapons. It's been rough sailing so far for the TEN-TOM, and the government is hoping its $2 billion ditch won't leave it high and dry. Ed Garsten, CNN, along the Tennessee-Tombigbee Waterway near Columbus, Mississippi.